Good morning, everyone. It's Brenda Quintana here. I am on the Norway trip this week, so I'm bringing you a recording of my normal Casing Tuesday live, and I will be back next Tuesday, and hopefully I'll have some exciting tales to tell you about the Norway trip. Hope I'm having a good time. So anyway, welcome everyone. I hope you're having a good day. And today is Casing Tuesday, and that's the day. Basically, it means that we take a card out of the catalog and we give it a makeover. Sometimes casing means copying exactly, but in our case, we're going to take the card and we're going to give it a makeover into a totally new card, but using the same layout as the original card. So let's take a quick look at the original card. And wow, there's a lot going on this card. It's a beautiful card. Probably never would have created this card. So this is a good thing because I'm an experienced stamper. I'm gonna take this card and turn it into something else, simplify it a little bit. And so that's the fun part of this, is that even a card like this, that probably isn't my usual style, I can learn from it and take something from it. So let's take a look at the sketch, because that's going to simplify everything down for us a little bit. There we go. And so you can see it's basically not very complicated. You can embellish as much or as little as you like. And today I actually made a pretty simple card. So I'm going to jump right in. Let's get started, and I'm going to share the card with you. Oh, before I go, I always forget this part because I always want to share with you the card. I get so excited about that. So I do have a host code running this month. So if you are buying supplies, you can use this host code when you're checking out. And if you spend at least $50 with me, you are going to get a package of the tinsel gems sent to you next month. So in June. So you'll earn it in May and I'll send it to you in June. And last week, I sent off the rewards for if you earned something in April. So you should probably have those by now if you earned something with me. All right, let's just put those away, and I'm going to switch to my other screen. All right, let's take a look at the card that I made. Here it is. I'm relying a lot on the beautiful paper that matches the Zany Zoo bundle. And then I stamped this layer, and then this layer is paper. And then on the inside, I also did a little stamping because this is a little birthday card. So I'm going to show you how I made this. I did simplify it a lot from the original card. You can see like there's nothing tucked behind this layer. And I made this layer to fit the full width of the card, which you could do 4 inches across if you wanted to. It just depends on what you want to do. So let's take a look at the ingredients for this. I did use the Zany Zoo stamp set. I did not use the dies for this, but I wanted to point out, if you get the Zany Zoo stamp set and you do die cutting, you'll probably want to get the dies as well. So you have the bundle. It comes with some peripheral things, like this is like a curtain. You've got a scallop here. You've got a tree. You've got some flowers, some balloons. So you've got some peripheral things as well as dies that will cut out all of these images. So it's a good thing to have if you do die cutting. And if you buy these together, you can save 10% over buying them separately. So we've got that, and then I'm also using the Zoo Crew Designer Series paper. And I want to point something out, like paper, sometimes things will carry, like bundles will carry over into a new catalog, but it's very rare that paper does. So I would always recommend, this is upside down, I would always recommend that you get a pack of the paper and see if you like it, because it's nice to use with the bundle. And then if you like the paper before the catalog cycle ends, get yourself at least another pack if you like it, because it's hard to get it after the fact. All right, so I'm gonna put this aside and we're gonna start by making the card. Usually I start with a card base, and I'm using Coastal Cabana cardstock right here. I'm doing kind of a tent fold. The fold is up at the top of the card. This is 11 by 4 1/4, and I scored in half at the 5.5 inch mark. And then I just folded this, and I'm just gonna smooth this down, and this will be our card with the fold up at the top. I took a piece of designer series paper. I did have to finagle it just a little bit to find like a pattern that would have something over on the right side, because I'm gonna have banners coming down here over on the left side. So if you're using this paper, just kind of make sure you've got something over here. And since this is birthdays, I tried to choose something that looked, the paper that had birthdays on it. So I'm gonna just take this and grab my glue. Let's just add this to the card. And paper is just so great for making easy cards. You don't need to necessarily use stamps, especially, you know, sometimes you just want to make a quick and easy card. I am adhering this. You'll notice there's a little less width up at the top and a little bit more on the bottom. Okay. So it already looks pretty good. We're already moving along at a nice clip. So then I want to grab 2 pieces of paper. We're going to create those banners. And this one is the back side of one of the papers. This paper, on the back of it, there's black and white patterns. So there's just a lot of cute little animal patterns. It's nice. You can even cut these out, and there's some animals that aren't in the stamp set, so you have some little extra animals that you can use. They're very cute. And then on the back, you've got these black and white patterns, which makes for a nice neutral cardstock. So if you don't like one page of this cardstock, you can also use just the neutral side, which is kind of fun to have that option. I like it when Stampin' Up! Does that, just to give us some options. So this one I cut to 1 inch by 4 3/4, and then I took a piece of basic white and cut it 1 inch by 4 1/2. So the white is just a little bit shorter than the designer series paper. I'm going to take my banners pick a punch, and I'm just going to slide this in, make sure it's all the way in, and I'm going to give it a little punch. The banners in the original card are a little wider. We don't have a punch for that, so you'd have to make your own banners. I love the easy button though of using the banners pick a punch, because now I've got 2 banners, they're ready to go, and they're perfectly symmetrical and all of that. So this one is pretty much ready to just glue on the card, but we need to do a little something with this one. So I'm going to take the Happy Birthday to You stamp out of the Zany Zoo, and I need a little scrap piece of paper. If you just have a look at this original card right here, I'll just lay that right here. I'm going to grab some ink pads. We've got Coastal Cabana, Lemon Lime Twist, and Pumpkin Pie. I'm going to start off with Coastal Cabana, because since the card base is Coastal Cabana, I thought one happy birthday should be fully visible on the card, and the other ones I kind of stamped off the side. Actually, the stamping looks a little bit like paper, and it's, if you remember the original card that I'm copying, it's the original card that I'm copying also has a banner like this stamped with just words. So I'm cleaning my stamp off on the side. I'll just put that, slide that ink pad over. That's Lemon Lime Twist, and we've got Pumpkin Pie here. So next I'm going to take my pumpkin pie and we'll stamp it just a tiny bit off the side right there. And then I'm going to take lemon lime twist. I'm cleaning my stamp each time because I don't want to muddy my ink pads. So I've got, I'll just show you so you can see, I've got my dirty chamois. Actually, this is stained now, so it actually isn't picking up any ink. It just looks kind of icky, but it originally was like a light purple color, and you just keep rinsing this underwater. It's fabulous for cleaning off your stamps. I just love it. Okay, then I'm gonna come over here. This is off camera here. I've got my Coastal Cabana. We'll do one more up at the top, maybe about here. Clean it off again, and then let's grab one more pumpkin pie down here at the bottom, and we'll just do that. Okay, so you've kind of just got some random happy birthday to use on there. And then I thought we would fill them up. There's these little musical notes. Let's just fill these up a little bit with some notes. Clean off my stamp each time. We'll grab some pumpkin pie, put them over here, and we'll grab some Coastal Cabana here. And I think that looks pretty good. Oh, you know what? I might just put one little musical note there. Let's just put one right there. There. So now I've got that layer. This looks like paper to me. It's kind of cool. And we just did all that stamping in those beautiful colors. Lemon Lime Twist is one of our returning in colors with our new color collection. I love it. It's a bright electric green, a yellow green. I love it. It's a nice contrast color. Okay, so we're going to layer these. So what I like to do is, sometimes it's hard to get something crooked done well. So I'm gonna just arrange this how I want this on here. Come in with my glue. And I put my finger down on here and just put a little bit of glue behind here. And I'm going to glue this down because I know I like that arrangement already. Okay, so now I can take this whole thing and put glue on the back of here. And so now I can just kind of hover with both of them already together and just arrange this how I want it. I'm keeping in mind I don't want to cover up my little character there because he's kind of anchoring everything. I'm going to take, this is Pool Party ribbon. It's Grow Grain. It's 3/8 of an inch. So when you tie this, it's like a substantial ribbon, but it's a very nice ribbon. I tried tying a bow, but I don't like, I mail most of my cards, and so this is always a consideration for me, which might not be a consideration for you. A bow that has a little bit more depth to it might not matter to you if you're handing the card in person, but personally, I'm going to be mailing this, so I decided just to do one knot. So you can just do that, just put one knot in the ribbon and just slide it forward like that, and we're gonna pin that down there. So let me just grab my ribbon scissors. Let's just snip this off right here for now. Okay, and I want to just give this just a little bit of snip and snip like that. All right, and then I'm going to use some tear and tape and just put it on the back of the ends rather than on the center. This gives it just a little bit more just a little bit more surface area to stick onto. So now I'm just going to carefully remove the backing. And then we'll just add this up top here. So a couple of things, if you wanted to add a little bit more depth to this card, you could have done some background stamping. I would have chosen like a tone on tone, like I would have done Coastal Cabana ink and done a little stamping on the card base. Or you could have cut yourself a layer the same size as the card base and textured it with an embossing folder. But I like this simple look right here. It's just super cute. The other thing you can do is you can add some jewels to the card as well to make it a little sparkly and make it shine. So for the inside, we've got this little character on this card, but since we've got this character on the front of this card, I thought we would do a slightly different inside. So I've got a piece of cardstock here, and I know it's 4 1/4, and I think it's 4 1/4 by 4 3/4. Kind of wanted to like mimic the outside since I went right to the edges. So I kind of left a little on the top and the bottom just to kind of give it the same feel as the front of the card. So we're going to come in. Let's take a look. What are we going to do? I think we're going to do this little guy right here who's on the bike. I haven't used that one yet. So let's just grab him. I've got a D block here. I think that will fit a little bit on an angle, and he fits fine. And then we'll bring in our Memento ink, and let's just ink this guy up. I like to tap all over. Okay, so I'm gonna look, those two wheels need to be even. We can either put him over here or we can put him here. I think we're gonna put him kind of coming off the end. Very nice. Just to add just a little bit of something different. Okay, we're gonna do the alligator. We're gonna color him with Stampin' Blends. And I'm gonna use some of my new blend colors. And we used Lemon Lime Twist on the front of the card, so I want to also use it on the alligator. So I haven't set up my Lemon Lime Twist blends yet with labels, so I'm going to show you how I do that. I have two little tools to help you choose colors. I've got the Stampin' Blends Color Chart, which is a blank chart when you get it, and then you can fill it in once you get the different colors so that you can see what the color will look like in action. And then you can fill that out as you go, as you get the different colors. And then I've got these labels. So I'm just going to pull out, I'm just going to try and find where my little labels are. So this was a big sheet, and I cut it into strips as I'm labeling things. You can see here, Lemon Lime Twist, this is what it looked like before the whole sheet. And as I need something, just as long as there's a cut beside it, I can punch right from there. So I'm just going to go ahead and use this one. And I think, I'm just looking for my little punch. Aha, here it is. Okay, so let's just label my Stampin' Blends real quick. So I'm using a 3/8 inch circle punch. I'll leave you the link to this punch on Amazon, just because Stampin' Up! Has never sold a 3/8 inch circle punch. So you're going to need this if you're going to label your blends on the end. So, and I try to make all the font for these labels uniform in a nice readable font. It is a small font, but because of the size of the ends, that's what it has to be. I'm going to use mini glue dots. These little guys, they stick those little labels on there and they will not come off. So I'm going to take my light lemon lime twist, put it right on mini glue dot, and I'm just going to add that right to the, oops, to the end. You want to put it kind of centered, and then I'll do this. And this is perfect for if you've got like a holder. I've got a stacking holder from Stampin' Storage, and it's just really nice to be able to see, because like I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's about 6 different greens, and some of them look a little similar, like the plastic on the lids looks similar, and so it's just nice to be able to label those ends and see what color that you're grabbing at a glance. So I just did those lemon lime twist ones, very easy peasy. I printed the original document onto a piece of basic white, so that made it just a little bit more sturdy. And I started labeling my labels about maybe about a year and a half ago, and they're still sticking really well, even the original ones. And so it will make your life a lot easier. So I'm going to start off with my light, and we're just going to come along here, and I'm using the bullet tip, but there is a lot of surface area right here. So theoretically, I can also brush on with my brush tip. When I do this, I just want to point out that I'm doing it on the side because I don't want to break down that tip. So I'm going to try and avoid the teeth because I want them to be white. And I'll just do that. I'm going to come in here and just do shade a little bit. This is my dark lemon lime twist. I'm just going to shade a little bit down there. Oh, and then I'm going to come in and I'm going to do the little scales up top here, like that. Maybe I'll do the underbelly in the dark. I was debating, sometimes I do the underbelly like in a more yellowy kind of color. I was going to do the flowers in yellow though. Then we'll just do the arms in the light. Okay. So I'm going to do the bike. I think I'm going to do the bike in Pool Party, the dark. So let's just go ahead and do all the frame of the bike in Pool Party. Put a little here and here. We can do this here too. We'll do the seat in Pool Party too. Okay, then the little basket, the flower basket's going to be in light crumb cake. We'll come in and do the flowers. You know what? I'm trying to decide. Maybe I should do some pumpkin pie flowers. I just want a little bit more contrast. I think I just colored in a leaf. Oh well, it will all come out in the wash. Trying to see. That looks like a leaf. That looks like a leaf. I'm going to use, yeah, I'll just use the dark here. Okay, and I think I need a little bit of smoky slate. No, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do dark smoky slate. I was going to do light smoky slate, but I changed my mind. We'll do dark smoky slate on the wheels. You could also do black, but the tone of this coloring is kind of muted tones. So going really black on this might not be exactly what we want to do. Oh, that looks kind of cute. I've got my yellow here. I'm just going to touch up the center of the flowers. Sometimes after you come in, you kind of see little things that need little touch-ups, so I'm going to do that now. Crocodile toes. Do I want them white or do I want them... Yeah, I think it's okay to leave them white, just like the teeth. Do the little nostril here and a little darker. Maybe add just a little bit of shading right here on the jawline. Oh, he's so cute, and I'm glad I got to color something on this card. And you don't have to do this. You can just write on the inside, but I think it's nice to add something a little to the card when you have a little something on the inside. So now this is going to be the inside for this card. So I just need to glue this in. And those blends charts that I showed you, they will always be on my blog under resources menu item. And I'm also going to be posting them below in the description of this video if you want to pull them off there. But if you don't pull them off now and you're looking for them later on, just click over to my blog under resources. You will be able to find them there. Okay, so there's the card. And here are both the cards. They're just a little slightly bit different. And I've got different little guys on the inside. Just so you know, this little guy I colored here, I used Smoky Slate Light for the body. I use Basic Black Light for the mask of the raccoon, and then I used Pool Party, Pumpkin Pie, and Lemon Lime Twist. So much the same colors as I used for the crocodile down below. So there you go, some pretty easy cards, and I love that I didn't have to dream up this layout. I never would have dreamt up this layout because that's not my style, but now I'm making cards in a whole bunch of different styles because it's not just me that gets to choose the Casing Tuesday cards. There's a whole team of us that does this every single week. And we post our cards consistently every week, and then we invite you all to come in and play along with us. It's a once a week challenge. We've been doing this for many years, and it doesn't matter if Casing Tuesday falls on a holiday. We keep going. We post every Tuesday. We are up to number, what is it? We are up to number 409. So you can do the math. There's about 52 weeks in a year. So we've been doing this for several years now. So please join us over on our Facebook group and share your card with us, or have a look and see what everyone else is doing. Maybe you'll be inspired. You can copy someone else's card. This is a challenge that is supposed to help you, whether you're a beginner, copy that card exactly if you want to, or take someone else's card and copy it and see and just go through the process of making a card, because as a beginner, that's your challenge. It's trying to make things look good just from someone else's design. And then this challenge is great for me because I need to get out of my comfort zone, because I get into ruts very easily. I have a certain design style that I love, and I still feel like I took this card and I did make it my own. Like if you look, I'm just going to pull up. Where are you? Right here. Okay, let me move this over and then move my card over. So you can see the bones of the card are still the same, but I've just changed it up. You can see where the hello is. I've got my happy birthday. So, you can take that card and you can make it your own. So I just want to remind you again, I'm on the trip this week. I'm still checking my emails and my texts. So if you need to get a hold of me, please do. I have a little bit of time at night where I can check things and help you guys out. If you have any questions, this is my host code for the month of May. And if you spend $50 and use this host code, you will get a package of tinsel gems sent to you in June. And I appreciate so much your orders because that allows me to continue to do what I do. So I have one more, my live on Friday will be a recording as well. And then I will be back next Tuesday. So it will be June 30th. I will be back with my regular schedule on Tuesdays and Fridays lives. So I hope you all have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you on some of my lives in the future. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.